isn't it fitting that on Halloween evening, despite it not being Halloween evening, when anyone listens to this, that we are on episode 113?
Okay, also, this is jumping ahead of ourselves a little bit, but on Halloween, isn't it fitting that Moose literally has the neck of Frankenstein right now?
Isn't it also fitting that we first had coitus on Halloween? Roll the intro.
Wild Til 9! Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home.
Cute.
Welcome back to the pod and happy coitus anniversary.
Is it 4 years since
Coitus
I graced the inside?
of my womb.
That, well,
Is that how anatomy
I don't-
works?
yeah.
That's how anatomy works,
If that's
right?
how that works, then if we were to have coitus after pregnancy,
Right.
I'm just poking the kiddo.
But yeah. What movie is it that Seth Rogen makes that joke?
Every movie he's ever been
Yeah,
in.
he's like, I just feel like I'm poking it in the head.
It's, I think,
Knocked up?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first and foremost, Devin has temporary tattoos on, and I think, no. I'm confident when I say he needs permanent tattoos. Sorry to Devin's mother.
It almost, okay, my favorite thing ever is enabling people to get tattoos. It's
Yeah.
my favorite thing.
God.
They just bring me so much joy,
Yeah.
and I love mine so much that
But-
I'm like, come to you do you have zero?
I have one
No!
under my lip.
Yeah,
All right, you have
what
zero.
does your say? What does your say?
It is the no smoking sign because when I turned 23, I was smoking a lot of cigarettes, which is really bad.
I would have loved to know chain smoker Devin.
I was a greasy boy.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my son in the music industry.
So no, I got that tattoo on my birthday with my best friend because we were both smoking, and we were like, let's do this, get this together, make a promise. I haven't touched a cigarette since then.
Wow.
May have a vape, but we won't address that situation.
Listen,
That's the
We
baby
different.
steps. Baby steps.
We
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
overcome
yeah.
all our shit in one day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God, thank you guys.
Yeah.
How's my ego?
I just had a conversation. So Mia also has her like childhood best friend's name tattooed on the inside of her lip because I feel like when they got really popular, everyone was like, oh yeah, 6 months to a year and they'll just fade away. They just come off. I am here to tell you that Mia's has been, it's probably over 10 years old because she had it.
There
I
are many
think,
tattoos on
when I
Mia's body
met her.
that have.
No. Hang on. No. It was when maybe 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old
This
now.
isn't a really important part
But
of
it really
Is it still dark?
It really still says Nicole very legibly.
Wow.
And Morgan Adams, her and I were just talking about this the other day, is that she has Chipotle tattooed on the inside of her lip, which is, I just feel like you should get the Chipotle gold card. I hope she did.
That feels like a picture you'd see on like a Tumblr news feed.
Yeah, exactly. Because there was a world, and I just need everyone to just quickly hold the judgment here. But there was a world. So Vlogmas is a thing that happens every December where you vlog every day up until Christmas. And the Vlogmas intro.
Am I about to learn something new about you?
Maybe. Yeah, definitely. And you're going to not like it. So I'm going to need you to like omit whatever you do learn in the next few minutes. So the Vlogmas intro is like a thing. I feel like I've been pretty successful at like not putting a lot of pressure on myself and just like doing what I want to do and like make a cute little intro. Cause like, you don't want to hate it because you're going to see it for fucking 25 days in a row. You know what I mean? And it's like, you don't want to make something
I gotta guess. Can we get to all I can think about is what I'm going to learn about you.
shock value. I was thinking about getting Vlogmas tattooed on the inside of my lip for the intro.
Lauren,
What? Everyone?
that is dedication.
No. That is detrimental to you ever getting respect from anybody normal ever again.
But no one knows.
What tattoos do you have? You have two choices. Lie like me?
Lie.
Oh, really?
About that one, I don't care.
Okay, but how many times?
But also, like, that's so funny. If it was like a
Your mother.
you can't see it.
I have a worse scenario. Imagine you have kids and you're just like sleeping after a long day of taking care of them, and they're coming up to you, joking around, putting their fingers all over your face, poking you, and then they pull back your lip.
Bleep.
Mom,
Bleep.
what does that say under your lip?
And then they will learn the history of Vlogmas.
Like uno mas? Yeah. No, I think that's the dumbest thing you've almost done.
See, it just didn't feel that dumb because like no one's gonna see it.
It is hidden. I will say that's why I got
What year
it.
was this?
Yeah. I don't know.
How many years before?
Maybe last year?
Halloween 2018? Got it.
No, genuinely within the last 3 years, for
Okay,
sure.
well, Since we've been together?
Yeah.
You didn't bring this up to me?
Well, now I didn't look how it
You
went.
would never know, though. You made a really good point.
Yeah,
you would never know.
literally never know.
That's why I got it. Because if
Yeah,
I
you
got
would
one on
never
my
know.
body, my parents may disown me.
It's on your body. I hate to tell you. My point is, I might have
It
been.
would be like tattooing the inside of your butthole. No one knows except for you.
I know about yours though, right?
Inside my butthole?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Especially after 2 episodes ago.
Hard to say.
We have very much confirmed that you do not know the inside of my butthole.
Well,
This is a great state, but
I
anyway.
wouldn't say I know nothing about it.
Anyways, Devin, I think the tattoos look great. You
you.
were the bear, right? You were
Carmi
Yeah,
from
you
The
were
Bear.
Carmi from the Bear. We loved the show.
Did you say Devin's a bear?
No, Devin's not a bear.
I'm a twink.
He goes to
Otter.
yeah.
Oh, that's kind of a compliment, honestly. I'll take it.
Cheers.
I'll never forget when I learned like the dictionary definitions.
Same. It was like second week I lived in Los Angeles. And
yeah,
I had to, like,
no,
I had to
literally, you have
forget
to-
forget everything I knew, learn it all over again.
Yeah, because I feel like twink is like more common, but then when I heard of like otter was the one that was like the newest to me.
I won't be calling anyone the T word anytime soon.
Yeah.
But I feel great about calling people an otter.
Oh my god, you know what I saw
When
in
they deserve it.
Target were Twinkie flavored candy
Ooh,
canes.
I think you need to put more space between what we just discussed and Twinkie flavored
Well, it
anything.
reminded me of Twinkies.
Yeah. Whoa.
So different.
I know. No, very different. But I was like, ew, Twinkie flavored candy canes? Why?
Yeah, that sounds gross.
Also, do people even eat candy canes? Like, let's just be honest.
No, but they're there for decorations.
Wait,
I mean,
did you, when you were a kid, you didn't get like the Jolly Ranch flavor, like the fun flavors that they would make out of the candy canes?
Like,
The
kind of.
classic one sucks, but
yeah, gross.
But like, yeah, I never was a candy cane kid.
I mean, the same person who made the candy canes made the fucking orange kernel, waxy bullshit, corn looking.
candy corn.
Yeah,
You take that back right now.
it's wax.
You take that back.
It's fucking wax.
Candy canes and candy corn are not in the same family or category. Yeah, that is so wildly
They both
offensive.
are better as decorations, and we all know it.
It is absolutely untrue.
It's not that I'm like against.
I
I'll nom nom nom.
love candy corn.
Look up the fucking ingredients to these. Look up the ingredients.
It's probably just corn syrup, right?
There's fucking some binding starch, whatever, in there.
Okay,
Just wait.
newsflash. There's disgusting binding waxy
Right there.
chemicals
Let's
in
just list
every
it off.
candy.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. So
There's corn in it.
the red 40. Really corn in there? Great.
Oh my god, a vegetable.
That all doesn't look all that scary anyway.
What's yellow 6 and yellow 5?
My point is, if they had all those ingredients and it still tastes like ass, what's the fucking point? Next topic.
That is so rude, and I demand an apology on candy corn's behalf.
Yeah. Did we ever talk about the time that we had sex for the first time and then
Yes.
the doorbell rang and a burger announced itself and I said, we'll come back to this later, and then
We did not go
we never
back to
did.
it. Yeah.
Not that it wasn't good. I was just that comfortable with Lauren. Day one
We were starving.
or date 3. Woof. Anyway,
Anyways,
hey kids.
get the tattoos. I think they're a vibe. I'm a big fan. Honestly, when you came in, they didn't even register as like
No.
not being temporary.
No, I never want you. I never
Wow.
want to see you without tattoos again. I
Yeah.
always want to see you covered.
I was so self-conscious at the gym because I thought people were like looking at me like,
No.
he did not have those yesterday.
They're looking at you like,
They gotta
wow,
be fake.
Oh my
did
God.
he get even hotter?
Oh my God, you guys.
There it is.
All right.
Ooh,
Stay tuned.
I love getting people to get tattoos. It's so fun.
If my parents disown me, you guys may have to adopt
That's fine.
me. Just fair warning.
Well, we've adopted one fucking endless money pit this month. Might as well make it 2.
Oh my God.
I mean, we are a bull terrier hospital right now.
Okay, but strategically a bull terrier hospital.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't need to spend all fucking pod talk about this, but everyone who owns a pup, everyone who's a millennial who owns a pup knows that these things are just,
By these things you mean?
our sons are just sensitive little creatures.
Yeah,
And
they're just babies.
I do not believe that there's a world where any breed that we currently have could possibly have lived on their own at any point in time ever. You know how you see dogs, especially in like third world countries, just running around,
Being street dogs.
being street dogs, right? They don't need anybody's help.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. They're going to survive. 2 minutes in the wild, both of them dead.
Oh, ours?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And any one of the breed.
What?
I don't believe that bull terriers could ever survive in the wild.
Okay, but you're telling me that a golden doodle is gonna survive out there?
Let's be clear.
They need to be groomed every 2.5 weeks.
The golden doodle was invented like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
So no.
Also, pugs.
The pug was invented in the last 100 years.
Gets a little windy.
200 years maybe?
Congested, can't breathe.
No. Right. No, like allergy season, the end.
Done.
I look at them and I think about how much goes into keeping them healthy.
Alive and well.
Well, Pomeranians.
Oh God, Pomeranians.
No.
That's just a...
That's a snack for a small bird. Point is, these things are adorable and amazing and great for so many things.
And descendants of wolves.
Keeping themselves alive, not one of them.
Not one of them. So today, this is about to be probably about a $6,000 24-hour period. So strategically, both pups needed to have
I'm drinking it so
minor
stressful.
bouts of surgery. And so I was able to stack them back to back, which is great because there has to be downtime. And like, I didn't want one pup to like be rowdy and want to play while the other one be like injured or like on the mend or whatever.
It's a lot easier when both of them are supposed to not be doing anything versus one of them is high energy and the other one's like, don't go near your brother.
Right, exactly. So tomorrow we'll have 2 pups on the mend and
two walking cones.
2 walking cones. And so today Moose got 2 little small lumpy bumpies removed.
Bumpity lumpies.
And then he got a few little squiggly wigglies removed from his snoot. And they're sending some stuff away for biopsies or whatever. Okay, so he had this little like edamame sized little bean in his neck, and we've had it biopsied maybe about a year ago, and it came back and it was totally benign and fine. And so when he was getting
benign and fine.
That's
actually going to be our next podcast's name.
Benign and fine?
Yeah, that's going to be Wild Til 9 Senior Citizen Edition. Benign and fine.
Benign and fine. So we had to get something else taken off. And so I was like, hey, like while he's like sedated or under anesthesia or whatever, like, can you just prick it again and we'll do another like little biopsy? And they're like, oh, well, like, let's just take it out then. He's like, because like, there's a chance that when you prick it, like
you pricked the wrong spot.
You pricked the wrong spot and it could come back benign, but it's not actually benign. And I was like,
yeah. I was like, hey, doc, let's just chill it up there. Exactly. We'll take it off and send it in. But no,
he said that. And so he suggested we just take it out. And I was like, yes, 100% just take it out. And also too, like if it gets bigger, things that become bigger get harder to take out. So Sorry. Oh, non-Adderall, Jeremy.
I wasn't going to say anything.
So
I thought I was going to sneak in here.
I guess in my mind, they would just make a little incision and just like pop it out because it feels like a little jelly bean, like a little edamame bean. But I guess it does make sense that it would be like attached to his skin. So the incision where they had to take it out just was so much fucking bigger than I thought it was going to be. I literally gasped when I saw it. So he's got this like little gauze scarf around his neck and it's quite adorable. It's also white and his like neck scarf fur is white as well too.
It's YSL, it's in season.
And so when I like pulled the gauze back, I literally gasped. He looks like Frankenstein.
Frankenweenie.
He looks like Frankenweenie. Literally, I was not prepared for it.
Well, just fucking wait for Diggy to come back with half his teeth out tomorrow.
So Diggy's getting multiple teeth out. So
we don't know that.
My prediction is 6.
Why? What's the point of
taking the
bringing
under.
the teeth out?
I'm taking the under on 6. I'm taking 4.
4. Whoa.
Why do they have to pull them out?
He hasn't been fucking practicing good hygiene, I'll tell you that much.
He's not been flossing.
And this is a great reminder to everybody to floss your toothins.
Good reminder to floss your toothins, and also a great reminder to get yourself some fucking pet insurance, baby. As early as you can for your loved one pets.
Yeah.
As early as possible. I was literally just thinking the other
Unless you
day.
have a pet snake, let that thing die. Next.
What?
No, gross. Ugh.
What?
A boop noodle?
A boop noodle.
Listen.
How did you know I was going to say that?
Because this only thing that you could think of that's cute about snakes
are
boop noodles. And if a snake comes up to say hi to me, I'm going to boop the fucking shit out of that thing. I'm going to boop it to next door. I wish that I wasn't afraid of these little slithering monsters, but I am, and I want to run.
Baby, it's just a boop noodle.
No, it's a fucking kick noodle is what it is.
It's just a boop noodle.
No, it's a fucking get that boop noodle away from me.
Just a boop noodle.
No. So yeah, that's we're basically running an inpatient center here.
Yep. And so Diggy's tomorrow, getting some teeth removed, getting another like little sketchy mold bump removed as well too.
So
and
headed to Pasadena at 7 a.m. to get it done.
Yeah.
Good times. What's the very very first thing you put on every morning? And if you answered my existential dread, then we have some friends that can help out with that. But first, what's the second thing you put on every morning? Underwear, right? MeUndies believes that when you feel comfortable, you can do anything. Yes, that includes having a positive outlook on your day while wearing fun and sometimes ridiculous prints on your butt.
I am such a MeUndies fan. You guys know how important it is for things to be super comfy and super soft. And also the patterns and designs are super cute.
It's like it was made for you.
It's made for me. No, literally, it is made for me.
Yeah.
The holidays are right around the corner and I am a festive queen. So, you know, I've been searching for some cute AF holiday undies to wear. I've even been trying to get Jeremy to match me, which we all know is an uphill battle. But with how comfy MeUndies are, I think that I might just be able to make it happen.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
MeUndies makes the softest fabrics you've ever put on your body, so you can sit on your couch all day or go out and live your comfiest life. Once you try their undies, socks, bralettes, and loungewear, you will never go back.
Have you just been doing like product design testing the last few weeks or?
No. I do the actual product testing.
Got it, which is just a lot of you lounging.
Sitting. Being horizontal.
Yeah, doing your sitting thing. Choose from a range of limited edition prints and colors in sizes from extra small to 4XL. You can also sign up for their free to join MeUndies membership, where you get a monthly subscription that sends new styles right to your door. Plus, enjoy up to 30% off on virtually everything they make, free shipping and returns on every order, early access to new launches, and exclusive members-only sales.
MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 20% off plus free shipping and returns. To get 20% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/wild. That's MeUndies.com/wild. Good times.
So we'll keep you updated on just how many Tufins Diggy gets pulled. I don't know what else you had to chat about.
There's
but
nothing like a grown man saying Tufins.
Tufins? Yeah, that was Otter and Tufins all in the same 5-minute period. Last thing, shout out to Jake Paul for not getting his ass beat.
Wow. We canceled
Again.
all of our Halloween plans this weekend.
Just to watch Jake Paul Anderson Silva.
Exactly. Just to watch.
And honestly, if I could do it over again, I would.
It was really incredible.
I was thoroughly impressed.
I too was thoroughly impressed.
And Jake did say the whole, like, if I walked on water, they'd say I couldn't swim. And I kind of do believe him. I think this.
Oh my God. Also, like, obviously he receives
Go on.
hate. He gets a lot of shit for a lot of everything.
Well, he puts himself in these positions that require him to continue winning.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Or reinventing himself.
Totally.
Him and his brother. And they do it quite well, to be honest.
Oh my
And
God, are you kidding? They're incredible at that. Like, although they both have, you know, made major mistakes in the past, like they truly are like separate of like problems and problematic stuff that they've done. Truly fucking incredible at reinventing their careers.
I would love for anybody who's extroverted to have had a camera in front of them for the 18 to 23-year-old period of their life and have done nothing stupid.
Oh, for real.
Anybody. Good luck. Not going to happen. But to your point, I think they have done a lot of great things. But even so, going up against one of the scariest individuals in a ring that I could have possibly imagined, that dude, I was nervous. I was scared. And I wasn't even in the ring.
So a little context for our 98% female listeners / viewers. Jake Paul has taken his Team 10 self over to the World of Fighting. And it truly is highly entertaining. I've always been someone who likes watching boxing and UFC. And he has received a lot of criticism his last couple fights because he, quote unquote, hasn't been able to fight a real boxer. And so he keeps winning and people are discrediting his wins because, you know, he's not fighting real boxers. But in his defense, people keep bailing, pulling out of fights. And then this like legendary dude.
Also, people that are not as big of names are bailing too.
Not as big of names, 100%, but they don't want to get fucking beat.
I mean, you can only imagine that's the case, right? It's hard. It's speculate. I can't speculate why it was canceled. Right. I have my ideas. But watching what's going down, like, here's the thought. And here's the kind of where I've got to in my mind. And it was really quite annoying when I looked on, and I'm not like over here, like a Jake Paul stan, right? Like, I like him and his brother. They're great for what it is they do. But at the end of the day, even if all of this has been some strategic outline, and he's had all of this mapped out perfectly from a business perspective, which I don't believe he has. But even if he has, holy shit, it'd still be impressive.
I feel like all of his wins to non-professional people set him up for this win against a professional.
I mean, they're all had fought besides Nate Robinson in the past. But Nate Robinson also an athlete. Point is, I'm wildly impressed.
No, 100%. And also, he just puts on a good show. And that's what I feel like YouTubers who sold their soul to the internet like that, like a long time ago, like he did, know how to entertain. Because there's other fighters who...
There are plenty of YouTubers who would not know how to do 100
No, totally. But there's a lot of, like, I feel like the crossover portion of, like, being the entertainment, I feel like is there. He's got it.
Definitely. Yeah.
And because today we are a sports podcast, so did Rockford have hockey players? Yes, right?
Yes.
Was hockey like a big thing? Did you have hockey bros?
The Rockford Icemen were...
Oh, that's right. We've talked about this because my hometown is the Ice
we just
Dogs.
Google- no.
But I thought you were the Ice Hogs.
Yeah, you're conflating. Rockford, the Ice Hogs are a hockey team that play in Rockford.
Yeah.
When you look at the Rockford Icemen are the combined high school team that have won like 20 fucking state championships in a row. So yes, we had plenty of hockey players.
Did you have hockey friends?
Yeah.
Did they have the hockey accent, the hockey lingo?
Wow, look at that. The Rockford, did I just see that? It's just no longer in existence. The Rockford Icemen is no longer competing due to a lack of players and lack of cooperation from state officials.
Is that literally what it says?
Yeah, look at that, 2016.
Oh my God.
Oh, now I know.
Aww.
Well,
Iceman,
Rockford Lutheran right there.
Over for now.
Yeah. So I hit Rockford Iceman right there. Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
so sad.
So, where did any of them really?
Oh, a picture?
Yeah, so there's a Rockford Iceman. 15th straight crown.
Wow, that is so exciting.
So they won state 15 years in a row.
That's like kind of a lot of pressure to keep up with.
Well, they didn't.
Right. So what I was going to say is that I saw this TikTok of these, of these hockey guys kind of like describing hockey. I don't know if it's lingo or slang or accent or like
Nomenclature.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly like what like you would refer to it as, but it is so
I
specific.
refer to it as fucking annoying.
I mean, I think most people feel that way, but it was like, oh my God, it describes it so perfectly. And it's like a combination of it sounding really Canadian, but also all hockey players from like across North America also kind of sound like this. So it's like a very weird mixture of language.
Okay.
The hockey lingo you abbreviate.
Or like make words longer. Like remember gasoline?
Gasoline, yeah.
Like you never say gas.
Well,
Like,
when a word is already nationally abbreviated, like gas, you say full. That's the beauty of the hockey lingo. Like, oh, dude, that's gasoline.
that is gasoline. It just kind of comes natural.
You just
Like,
know.
say things.
Give a sentence. Give me some words, and I'll see if I understand it.
Trying to rip DT for a Zot tonight.
my
Downtown,
Yeah.
for a pizza. You want to rip the gasser and get a couple nibbles before we hit the rink. Like
Yeah, like grub.
yeah, you want to go
Grub's longer than
Grub.
eat.
Yeah,
Eat's a
it's
short
like-
word. You want to go grub or you want to mock?
Want to go muck around a little bit?
Yeah. You want to go nibble?
The hockey lingo you abbreviate.
That's a different language. Like they somehow made words 3 times as long, but then also chopped them up into many pieces and only said select parts of it.
I just assume that's Canadian.
Those guys are Canadian. I was like, are these guys from like some random other like hockey town, or are these also Canadian? Because I'm like still trying to like prove my theory of like this also sounds like this on the West Coast of people who play hockey. Because I think it's a hockey specific thing, but they're also dripping in Canadian, so it's tough to differentiate.
And you had a lot of crossover with hockey players?
Devin. No, I never dated a hockey player. I dated one.
I said crossover. I don't know why we got to dating.
My first boyfriend played hockey, but like wasn't like a hockey bro.
Don't they just like expect you to play hocky when you're in Canada?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Like it's like everyone played football in America.
Right. And like everyone just like kind of plays hockey here.
Right.
But like, so I wasn't a puck bunny, it's called.
Right. Which
Wasn't
is a great nickname
bunny.
that I hope my daughter never adopts.
Do you want her to be a snow bunny?
Nope.
That I just realized that could also be referring to cocaine. It's not. It's like a ski snowboard kind of girl. Literally, as I said it, I was like, that could have two meanings for sure.
Oh, Lord, she's not even born yet.
Neither are preferable, future daughter.
No, not at all.
Anyway, so that's our sports cast for the week. That's more sporting. And then you also watched a Kentucky football game. There was a lot going on. Like the fact that we really covered fighting, a moment of hockey, and football. I'm sports out for the week.
A word from our sponsor, DraftKings, which isn't even legal here.
Yesterday was one of the most educational days that we've had in a long time. Do you want to share with the class?
No. No, this is your story.
Well, first we learned about how squids can fly.
Well, no, that's not true. The entire catalyst of the conversation was I referenced cutting something off and having it regrow like an octopus or squid.
Oh, yeah.
To which you looked at me like I had 4 fucking heads. And I said,
I didn't think an octopus could, but I thought that a squid could, but an octopus could not.
why would you doubt the octopus when a squid can regrow limbs?
I don't know. It just seems like something like, you know what it is? It's the suction cups. I feel like do squids have suction cups? Can you Google that?
They definitely
I
do.
can. I can also let you know that starfish, if they lose
Yes,
a limb,
they also can regrow a limb.
well, not only that, the limb that they lose can turn into its own
a
full
starfish?
starfish.
Wow.
You don't fucking say.
Wow.
Can you imagine if I just like cut my leg off and it became a new Jeremy?
Oh my God,
your
that's
fucking dream.
fucking terrifying.
That's what you're gonna say.
That is terrifying. Also, like, what was in Deadpool when he regrows the little hand? That was like one of the funniest fucking scenes in the entire world.
Can
The
you
little
imagine
mini
that
hands.
you cut your dick off and the next one was bigger? Like dudes would be walking around cutting their own dick off.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They'd all be like, they'd be just wounded
Jesus.
every
Yeah, like I'm
a
down
couple
for,
times
I'm down
a
for
year.
a few months, but
Yeah,
this thing's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
a monster when it comes back. Yeah. Oh boy.
I thought it was something to do with like the I don't know. For some reason, it seemed harder to grow a tentacle with suction cups versus just.
Cephalopods. Cephalopods definitely do regenerate.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait, so where do we land on squids having suction cups?
I feel like I've eaten squid before, and it definitely has little cuppies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Wow. We're not the only one asking these questions. Squids are loaded with hundreds of suction cups.
Oh God! It gives me the ick. It gives me the shivers. Ugh.
Squid sucker
Ah!
teeth.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
They look like speakers.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. No.
Yeah. They look a little sus.
I refuse to rejoin the podcast until those are off the screen.
They're spotted.
Okay, I got you. We're good.
Yeah. It's just-
Surprise! No, I'm kidding.
Oh God. Oh, for whatever reason, it gives me like the.
Have you ever eaten octopus or squid before?
If it's deep fried. If it's deep
Got it.
fried and I can't see the suction cup, I can do it. But if I can see the little cuppies, it's a no-go for me.
It's like when a guy says like it's like a 6 beer kind of thing. Means he would need 6 beers to do that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need it deep fried.
Yeah. I need it deep fried.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
So we went through the whole process of learning about
yeah.
squids and octopi.
Yeah, but fun fucking fact, squids can fly.
30 feet in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. Squids can fly. You know what they do? They fucking do it like they
In herds.
They synchronize with other squids and they go together.
And it's terrifying.
Yeah, that.
Absolutely terrifying. Flying
jump-
squids. Also, like, imagine, so, like, I think about how if I were to be on a boat, I'd be like, oh, sick. Like, there's no world where I'd be interacting with a squid right now. Like, I'm on squid safe territory, and then a squid just flies out of the
Oh
fucking
yeah, you're about to
water.
shit yourself. Ready?
And
Ready?
bitch slaps you in the face. Are
Ready?
you kidding?
One said, "Hey, what's up?" Now,
Ah!
yeah.
Absolutely not. We watched a
No.
guy who was wake surfing or something and got hit with a flying squid.
Not sure, but shout out deep fucking
Just
the
like
squid.
unlocking a new fear
Not gonna
of
talk about that.
the aquatic.
Gonna walk by deep fucking the squid.
It's an octopus.
Sure, whatever.
It was an octopus.
It's an octopus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
I
Anyway,
hated that scene
think-
so much.
it's uncomfortable for everybody,
Yeah.
but I bet an octopus would give one hell of a blowjob.
Wouldn't that, you think?
It's just one big fucking it's like 19 suckers.
Yeah, but like I just feel like that would be weird.
I just did, and I got no reaction out of you. Like, are you dead on the inside today?
Honestly, I was trying to prevent you from that giving me the ick forever because some of the icks you just can't take back.
Ew. I heard it vibrate in my ears and didn't like that. Anyway, so that was that. And then how did we get onto what?
No, okay, so that was part one of our learning experience. And then
Oh, yeah, you fart at your mouth.
And then you can fart. You can reabsorb a fart and the gas can come out your mouth.
This is all just
Is that a burp?
Just real quick, this is all being one
Basically.
big test to see who the real ones are. And I don't care what language you turn it in from. This is probably revolting, and I get it. And if you want to smash the 15-second ahead a few times, feel free. I won't be offended.
So I don't even know how this came up. So first, there's a very...
I know how. Because
How?
you saw what people were searching on the internet. You know how it autofills things? You said it out loud. You were like, "Can you fart? If you hold in a fart, does it come out of your mouth?"
Oh my god! Because
And I made
was
fun of it.
Yeah. And we were just like, oh my god, that's such a stupid Google.
Right, because like I'm
And
the kind of
then-
guy who like if I don't know a piece of information, I assume it's incorrect, and I want to make fun of that person. Like if I don't already know it,
which
as
is a
if-
great way to look stupid really quickly.
as if in the 30 years that I haven't died in this world, I have accumulated all the fucking knowledge that one could possibly have. Therefore, I'm ready to make fun of anybody who thinks anything differently of what I don't have in my fucking brain. And this is example A through Z as to why that is a stupid way to live. Check it out.
So I think
When you block a fart from escaping, so the gas can pass through your gut wall and be reabsorbed into your bloodstream. From there, it can end up being exhaled through your lungs, coming out your mouth via exhaling. When you hold farts in, ladies, it's coming out your mouth. I also would like to point out, I'm not done. I have lived under the assumption that as a male who grew up in a single mother house, right? You didn't just walk around just fucking letting them rip. That would not fly. Donna would have been upset the moment I let that
Donna
shit
would
rip.
not
She would
like
have told me
that.
to walk my happy
Yeah.
ass into the bathroom, release my flatulence, and then I can come join the fucking crew.
Donna's
That's what she
saying
would have told me.
flatulence.
She would have said that. I, as a good, single mother raised boy, was under the assumption that I had the superpower of stopping farts from happening.
Jeremy was floored when I told him
And
that
let's be
you
clear,
can't that you
I was
can't just
floored,
like
and Lauren was equally floored. She just hadn't fucking said anything before me.
no. I was equally. I guess I just never thought about like, can I make a fart go away forever? Like but I feel like it was something that you had thought about and processed and like felt very strongly about for years.
You know the whole thing about how if I already know information.
Yeah.
If you had gun to my head, hey, can you make farts go away, or do you have to let them out at some point? I've been like, I can stop farts. Dead. I would have gone out like that. Tombstone would have
you
read,
were
thought he could hold in farts.
Genuinely, it was the pause of you not really saying anything.
I'm not kidding. I was mid pouring of a drink. I stopped. I was looking. Lauren was this way. I was looking the exact opposite way, and I go, that's funny because I could have sworn for all my life I could hold in farts.
The moment was so funny because of genuinely how like your world had just turned upside down.
Like,
Upside down.
I imagine that's what it feels like when you find out your father's not your father. Because that's how sure I was
About
that I had beaten methane.
farts.
Yeah.
You know that methane is only like 1% of a fart?
I knew, what's funny is I thought about that.
Yeah.
It came out of my mouth and I go, I'm setting her up for a methane fact right now. Because that's the one thing she goes, you'll never guess that the smelly part of the fart's only methane. It's only 1% of the fart. And I was like,
I'm not kidding.
Not the nerdy voice.
I know, not the nerdy voice. Also, like you, like, okay, hang on. We need to play the TikTok though that started
we're
this
hanging.
entire like wormhole, rabbit hole. Fucking, it's not wormhole. It's not wormhole, is it?
It could be a wormhole.
My mom always calls me after the podcast when I say wormhole, and she's like, "It's rabbit hole." But you know what? I'm also not. It's a fucking wormhole.
Well, so a wormhole is like, I think it's the space of like a black hole from one galaxy to the next.
I'm assuming that you don't come out of.
Well, okay, but actually Einstein couldn't really speak to, well, we're really getting into
Did
it.
Einstein have an iPhone 14 though now to Google?
No, but oddly enough, he still came up with the theory of relativity, and I don't think either of us are cracking that fucking thing with our iPhone. Point is, I think wormholes are kind of like the place where time is kind of weird between two sides of a black hole.
You know what? Stop right there. Weird time. That's all I need to hear.
Let's just use rabbit hole.
We went down a wormhole.
No, let's just do the rabbit hole.
We went down a wormhole.
You would go into a wormhole, but you wouldn't go down a
And
rabbit
this is the TikTok that started it. And I'm not kidding. We were laying in bed and I was like, I have thought about this every day this week. I haven't been taking my probiotics. And so
She's gassy. She's fucking gassy.
I'm not gassy. I'm bleeding. But not...
We are learning a lot today.
It has been way too many minutes and we have yet to say something of value.
We just gave so many Squid facts. That's valuable.
We opened up with Jake Paul just to get to your butthole bleeding.
I haven't been consistent with my probiotics. Play this TikTok because
I haven't been consistent with You've never been consistent with your probiotics.
I know. I didn't say I haven't. I just said
Play the
I'm
fucking
not
TikTok.
consistent.
Oh my God.
So this is where it started, okay?
If you're a butt doctor, please stop scrolling. If I have a cut on my arm and I place feces inside it, it will get infected. But if I have a cut or a hemorrhoid on my butthole, when feces slides past it, it does not infect it. Why does the butthole wound not get infected, but an arm wound would get infected if feces were placed inside of it? Thank you.
Stop. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. I want just a moment of let's just reflect. Don't. Two things. One, we have all either thought or not thought this in our life. I fall into the not thought about this category.
But now,
And two, I didn't appreciate this when I first watched it. Why is this man on a boat asking this question?
why not?
He's floating on a dock outside. I want to know what prompted that thought.
Okay, low key, the building behind him, I'm almost certain, is Marina Del Rey.
Okay.
He's down by the
Oh,
water,
that
probably living
does.
on a boat potentially.
Maybe.
So a lot of the boats down there, people actually live on them.
Got
Maybe
it.
he used the
Or-
bathroom and had this instance.
Guys, I just feel like the bigger question
You think he
here
hasn't been consistent with the probiotics?
is that he hasn't been consistent with the probiotics. And now when I tell you that I have thought about this every single time this occurrence has happened to me.
So just to set the tone here, I don't know how often everybody who listens to this podcast bleeds when they... And like, not that it hasn't happened to me before, but I could count on two hands at least in my life. Really? Yeah. I'm also very consistent with my probiotic regimen. The point is...
You know what the issue is?
I do know what the issue is. And I was setting you up for it if you would just fucking wait 7 seconds.
Go.
But when getting into this relationship with Lauren, at like day 9, I got to poop. I have to poop. I realized that Lauren has more struggles, I feel like, than I do in that part of the house. And it's been consistent since we've met.
My inconsistency is consistent. And I feel good about that.
The floor is yours.
So,
First off, girls don't poop. Let's be clear.
Right. Okay. So following up on that, girls do in fact poop, and I actually feel
Devin, they don't.
like
Let's be clear.
it's stressful, and I want to just nip it in the bud.
Well,
Yeah, maybe it's nip it in the butt
maybe
in
it's
this scenario.
nipping you in the butt.
Nipping you in the butt.
Yeah.
About like I just never want to feel awkward and stressed about having to poop, and I would rather just be transparent about it. Like I don't want you in there with me.
Well, and I know when you're gonna poop because you go into the bathroom and you start playing fucking loud ass music immediately.
It's TikToks.
Yeah.
But I also do that when I'm peeing.
No, I know. There's a certain level of volume that only happens when you're dropping off the kids in the pool.
Oh, that was the most dad thing that you've ever said. That's like the most like boomer dad like phrase right there.
Why is he so right though? I definitely do the same thing in my apartment, like turn it really loud when I'm dropping the kids off.
Oh my god.
Go on.
But I would just rather be comfortable with it just being like I have to poop, or like if like there's a circumstance where I can't even think of an example, but like I don't want to have to like lie and be weird
But
about
no one's
it.
asking you to lie.
What?
No one's asking you to lie.
So like if I was like, babe, I have to go home. I have to Q-tip my ears right now.
If anyone's gonna understand, it's me. I'm a
That's
goddamn
true.
wax
Yeah,
factory. every
wax
day. I
factory.
can make fucking candles.
Or like, babe, I have to go
I
home.
could open an Etsy shop right now,
Disgusting.
and I could be shipping candles better than China could ever fucking dream.
That sounds like an OnlyFans thing for you.
would fucking call me within a month. They'd say, "How do you do it?" And I'd say, "Natural, organic."
I love this entrepreneur. Maybe for the holidays.
I'm thinking about a second career choice right now.
That's
And my
perfect.
candle maker could
Yeah.
be my future.
I love that for you. We should figure out how to get those dyed.
That's a you thing.
Different.
Back to your butthole, which is great for this podcast. Third time in a row.
I'm consistently inconsistent, and I can count on more than two hands times where this occurrence has happened to me. And
This
I just think that this.
What do you mean this happened?
was-
This has happened. It's been so long since we listened to the guy talk about bloody poop. We should probably reiterate what it is that we're talking about.
Buddy poop. No, buddy
Buddy poop.
poop.
No, God.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't have more to say.
Give me
on
your
this.
fucking delight card.
What?
Give me your fucking delight card. Give it to me.
What do you mean?
Your fucking delight card. Give it to me. Why are you talking about bloody poop? Give it to me.
I'm a fucking delight.
Donna would not find this conversation delightful.
I am a fucking right. So if we weren't talking about this, I would be a delight. But now that we are talking about this, I'm a fucking delight.
Okay. Did you have something you want to say?
This is how we started going
culture
down
meets science.
the wormhole here. Is this guy here
Still rabbit
asking the important questions, the questions that really keep you up at night. This is where we started, and then this is what came next was Jeremy having the revelation that he could in fact not stop a fart.
I'm going to be clear. You don't hear this on Call Her Daddy. You don't hear this on Rogan. You don't hear this on Lex Friedman. You don't hear this on Impulsive. You hear this on Wild Til 9. Like and subscribe. Or unsubscribe. I totally understand. But please don't. So, did we get an answer?
About what?
Why you don't get fucking infected?
So a butt doctor has not responded, and I also love that he specifically asked for a butt doctor, which is hilarious.
Not a radiologist. Not a.
What I pulled from Dr. Google Butt was that there is some kind of, this is disgusting, and I literally hate the words that are going to come out of my mouth, is some kind of mucus membrane around your butthole in like your intestine that makes it so there's like a protective situation between it. But that doesn't really actually make any sense now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, if you were a butt doctor or anyone of the medical science,
Are you telling me that we're highlighting, flagging, and amplifying
Yes.
this man's talk?
I'm crowdsourcing.
Look at his face. That dude just bled.
He kind of looks like Shane Dawson a little bit.
That dude just bled.
you know
know
what,
it.
babe? You don't know that I just didn't. I just bled.
Nervousness.
We might as well just talk about Kanye.
Oh
We're hitting it all.
113 episodes. Please tell me there's some segue or segue to get us out of here.
my god. That was it. It was just this TikTok.
That was it? No segue out?
There was no Sugu out.
Hard cut, ad read or something. Speaking of things you should not be ashamed of, except for that last conversation, I think you should be ashamed of. Your, how do I say this? Smut intake up and to the right lately.
It's really not.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
So you're telling me that you've been intaking this much smut since I've known you?
I guess 1.5
Yes
books
or no?
is more smut than 0 books.
Yes or no?
I'd say yes. I'd say yes.
Are you someone who enjoys visual pornography? Mom, DOI, great time to turn off. Well, I can already tell you by the elevated voice, she doesn't hate it.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it, but it's not something that I am. Here's
Devin's look right now of watching you fucking tiptoe around this one is fucking entertainment. He's be a Devin cam. He's going,
Like, what's it gonna be?
do you watch porn? Hmm?
I just feel like I have.
Hey, Devin, can you get the tap shoes?
The tap.
Yeah, the tap dance shoes for Lauren right now because she's fucking dancing around this one.
No, I'm not. What I was
Favorite
gonna
category? Go.
say, female friendly.
That's your favorite porn category?
Same.
It is. Well, no, it's just like it's shot a little nicer And it just like isn't so like.
Last time we had this conversation with a group of women, Lauren started fucking just calling out brand names and people and actors. And I was like, this bitch is watching porn. You want to shout out Nubao real quick?
That's the one. That's the one that all girls know and like.
Really? All girls or just you?
I would say most girls, majority of girls.
Comment below.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you so much.
Listen, I encourage.
You know what it is? And
I'm
it's
thrilled.
actually, this actually plays into the next thing that I was going to say. So like, I just feel like so much porn is made strictly for dudes, and it's like stepbrother, my stepmom.
Okay, let's just
Degrading.
Degrading.
Let's just take it 3 steps back. As the one dude apparently in the world who isn't obsessed with feet and their fucking stepsister, I don't think that's for all dudes. I literally don't understand why half of the fucking states, Kansas, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, Arkansas, looking at you, are obsessed with watching a fake stepmother get fucking porked in a 3rd grade classroom.
Yeah, I don't understand. What is that?
Yo,
What is
Mrs.
that?
Johnson, your son's book report came back as a D. How are you going to pay for the fucking,
Like that makes me want to die. That
my
actually
penis is out.
that-
Oh, Mrs. Johnson.
actively dries me up.
It dries me up. I don't even
Yeah.
have a vagina.
Right, literally, exactly. So like I feel like there's just such a smaller category of stuff that's not so raunchy and just like ugh.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though is that so yes, I've read a few smutty books, literally 1.5. I
gonna call me out?
can't I can't make it through this last one though. So Remy recommended this book to Ollie and I, and
Remy's recommendations for content are hit or miss.
you know
Never in
what?
between.
This bitch always recommends me shit and hasn't actually finished it or watched the full thing or even sometimes watched any of it. And so like I'll get halfway through or even
Miss Remy
more.
Cruz.
And Miss Remy Ashton, I was like, I don't know if I really like this. Like, oh yeah, actually, I just have the book. I haven't read it yet. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck? So she recommended this book. It's called Crossing the Line, a Saint and Sinner novel or something like that.
I mean, that sounds like a dude's fucking playlist.
And okay, so with
That sounds like a Creeps playlist, to be
with my
honest.
drive to Sacramento, there
A
and
lot of
back.
5-star reviews. Oh my
Really?
God. I mean, that's about as weirdly sensual as it gets. It's
Okay,
like
no,
Barbie
but
topless.
all smutty books
Is that
have
a
this
real
kind of
person?
cover. It looks like it.
You invert that fucking thing. All right, got it. Anyway,
I don't think you should be really shocked by this. That's usually it's like half naked men on the covers of all these smutty books. But I guess I just
Not in my
haven't
house.
seen that many because I have them on my Kindle. So with my 7-hour there and back drive to Sacramento, I was like, oh, like I wonder if that's enough
To
time
get our
to listen
son.
to an audiobook.
did you listen to Smut with our son in the car?
Yeah, I did. I fully did.
Go on.
This was my first experience with listening to an audiobook that was kind of smutty. And I was like, you know what? Like I've heard, some of those like girls really like the smutty audio experiences now. But I think those are very different than
Devin's face. He goes,
I'm learning.
no, I'm not kidding. I'm looking over Devin. I'm just like, this is the entertainment. Sorry, everybody. I'm the only one that gets to see it. I just like,
Like the joy of a kid.
yeah, no, it's just like, and then what happened?
So I think the smutty audio experiences are made to be just like audio porn, like stories. Because when I tell you that this audiobook was read by what I imagine to be a 50-year-old white, like Midwest woman, it was so like I can't actually. I recorded.
So Donna was the voice of truth here.
So Donna was the narrator,
Yeah.
but like the awkward.
'Cause how many 50-plus-year-old Midwestern women do you
Are there?
actively speak to? Are there? That's a stat we could find out, but that you speak to.
So here's the thing though, is that like I guess I just didn't realize that the narrator would like kind of change voices for the girl and the guy. So it'd be like, oh my God, like, and then it'd be like, baby, like, blah, blah. Okay, so I took.
Wait, like actually
Yes.
she would try to do a low voice.
She would try and do a low voice. I'm not kidding.
Do you have a clip?
Yeah. So I recorded.
Let's say nothing. I want to hear the clip.
I sent this to Remy this morning.
Free one by one as he leisurely sampled her mouth. When the shirt fell to the floor, he abandoned her mouth and turned her away from him. He lifted her hair over her shoulder and trailed his fingertips down her spine to the tie of her bikini top. With a slow tug, it loosened. He kissed his way back up to her neck and, using his teeth, nipped at the tie there. Jesus, X, what are you doing to me?
Just wait.
She murmured as
Just
the
wait.
fabric
Just
loosened,
wait.
then tumbled to the floor. Everything I've wanted since I met you. His hands cupped the fullness of her breasts while his teeth nibbled at the spot where her shoulder and neck.
That's me screaming at the end of it. Do you see what I mean though? Like everything I've ever wanted. in like a trying to be dude's voice.
Jeremy looks violated right now.
I do. I feel violated. Fucking Marsha over there just took my clothes off and put it back on.
Did I not tell you that it was a 50-year-old white woman named Marsha narrating that?
I came twice, but yeah.
Tell me that I was so accurate there.
Listen, here's the deal. That was written by a woman. I can guarantee it.
Oh, written by women? Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Because like she's saying things that like, yeah.
It's not about the content. It's about the delivery. Like, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I would have liked this book
No,
had I like
60
read it in my own brain.
So you're, okay. So you would prefer someone AI your voice
No,
to
no,
read
no.
it to you?
Like if I read the words on a page and just
Would you
like
rather-
ingested it.
Would you rather have a guy with a nice voice read it to you?
That's a good question.
like the whole thing?
Like the
Yeah.
same voices that you heard, he would have to do a girl's voice too. Like switch back and forth.
I just feel like there's a world where we
Devin.
could have had two narrators for this.
No. You want to do it. That's okay. That's all right.
I don't know if I do though.
Lauren, just you, me, and God right here.
We can't have our cake and eat it too sometimes.
You want God. God.
Literally, I was like,
Cut.
oh, I'm sorry.
Second. You prefer a dude. A guy, by the way, not with an intrusive voice.
Yeah.
A soft, inviting voice, but a voice that's saying things that are a little dirtier than you're used to hearing.
But I don't want that voice to be telling me the girls' lines too.
I wish you had some of the lines. We could role play it right now.
That's okay. Anyway, so I don't think that I can finish this book. Remy was like, nah, I just can't finish it. I don't think I can get through it. And I was like, yeah, bitch. I was like, me either. No, first I was like, I'm gonna take over the team. I'll finish it because we want to know something about like this. There is like a kidnapping
What a
portion.
fucking martyr over here. No,
Yeah,
no,
I
I'll
know.
finish it.
I'll take over the team.
Let me charge my vibrator real quick.
Because there's
It's already charged. I get it. Go on.
absolutely not. So there's a kidnapping situation, and I wanted to know the end of it, and so did Remy.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, there's like a kidnapping portion of it as well too.
See, that's the thing. It's like, these things get weird quickly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kidnapping?
No.
Not sexy.
So no, that's not sexy. So this is the guy in this scenario is the bodyguard and the girl is like the celeb. So they're having a very consensual but inappropriate relationship.
Insurance is not going to like this.
Insurance is not going to like that.
And not to mention, the workplace violations are up and to the right.
Up and to the right.
This is how bad situations get started. I actually think you would crush. Stick with me. Narrating or voicing smut.
Ew, no.
Stop.
No.
You let me finish.
Okay,
You
go
let me
ahead,
finish.
go ahead.
Not just reading it sterile or presenting or performing it. No. You reading it, but reading it and reacting like you would.
Oh,
And when you think something's like fucking dirty,
yeah.
say it's fucking dirty. I think you would actually, I think women would love to listen along to you reading some smut, but also be like, oh my fucking God. Sorry. Anyway.
This is like it's like the director's cut of a
Yeah.
movie.
But like
But I didn't write the book.
the LaurDIY cut of smut.
Oh my God. That's a book club right there.
Yeah.
That's a book club.
That's a fucking, I think there are quite a few people, quite a number of people who'd be interested in reading along with you. A book they wouldn't normally read, but because you're helping guide them there, it'd be interesting.
That's a podcast in itself.
Like when you cringe, they get to cringe too.
Yeah.
Oh, we read a chapter every episode?
Oh, no. You and I read together, okay? And then we both can just laugh at how fucking like weird and awkward some of it is.
What? This is so good. The Wild Til 9 book club?
Wait, stop. It's the Wild Half to 9 book club. We're going to fucking put that to a minimum, though.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is probably a bad idea, but if you think it's a good idea,
2 episodes a week.
will you put a novel below that we should try it on?
This is an incredible idea, and I'm so glad that it was
I gotta be
born
honest,
live on
real
the
quick,
pod.
I've shared way too many ideas with Lauren
Mm.
that she does not respond anywhere near as well as. And when I say we should read some porn together, you go, this is the best idea I've ever had! And it's not demoralizing. It's just fucking demoralizing. Anyway, go ahead.
It's a great idea.
Okay.
It's a great idea.
When you're right, you're right. Okay.
Babe, that was good. It's like when you say something funny, and I'm like, babe, that was funny.
Yeah, I hate when she fucking says that. I'm like, you didn't fucking get the 19 things I just said? And you're like, no, that was funny. The joke about asparagus. Thanks, babe.
That one was funny.
What did you have to say after this?
So I saw this post, and it like made me somewhat sad, but also like, okay, so let me just read it. And I want to be very clear. I want to preface this by saying that this does not apply to you.
Never does.
No. You don't want this to apply to you.
Oh, got it.
You don't want this to apply to you.
I
Okay.
trust you.
So it says, I'm never getting over the fact that romance as a genre has the... Wait. Oh, I'm never getting over the fact that romance as a genre, as the highest selling genre, exists largely because straight women fantasize about being loved and treated kindly by men. And men constantly make fun of this because they think it's just that unrealistic that they could cherish women and that women are stupid in the first place for wanting such an impossible thing. And I was like, damn, I was like, I know so many dudes who like shame girls for reading smutty stuff.
Let's be clear. I love when you read smut.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. This does not apply to you.
Yeah.
And you don't want this to apply
I
to you.
love that I ended up on the right side of history here.
But it's like how we always talk about how the bar's on the fucking ground for the expectations and the standards of some dudes, especially after last episode, Wild Til Hotline with Mom DIY, like, and some of like the literal like listener viewers submitted questions and problems and issues, like made me so fucking sad. The bar's on the ground, and I was like, oh my God, it's like girls love reading romance novels because it's like, it's so sad that there's like a fantasy world that they make a massive best-selling genre out of a genre where women are treated nicely.
So
What a world!
real quick.
It's the same as romantic comedies as movies.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Because it's like, oh,
True.
this is fantasy. So I can like lose myself in this thing that's not even real, but it's like, it's fun for an hour and a half.
I can dream about it.
Yeah. I don't actually normally defend men on this podcast.
Uh-oh.
I really don't. I think I'm about to. Or not even defend men. I think I'm going to try and shed light on why I think this is becoming way too much the norm.
Okay. Ooh, you've piqued my interest.
And this is a fresh thought, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
But no, it was a continuation of the other week. I was like, man, it was depressing, like listening to people's problems.
Oh, yeah.
Not because they were honest and they're the problems, but it's like, why does this seem so almost, I'm not even shocked anymore.
I know.
Right? You hear these things and it's like, oh, he sucks. Get rid
He
of him.
doesn't want to commit.
He's
in
worse,
communication.
all that.
Yeah.
But like, I think that dudes are kind of going through an identity crisis right now. In hopefully the calm before, well, you know better, you do better kind of thing. I think that like men in general are at peak.
Fuckboy.
No. I think we've never had so much information in front of us and known so little of what to do with it.
Okay.
Explanation being the Me Too movement, right? When it came out, it was like, yeah, this dude's being a creep. And everyone's like, yeah, he's being a creep, and so is everybody else. It's like, oh shit. Well, we all knew it was going on, but like someone finally said it. Or even beyond that, it's like the word fuckboy, right? That concept has been a thing for quite some time. Now there's a label to it. And now it's safe for people to say that word and not be like, no, that's just how men are. Boys are boys, right? Like, it's like, no, you can say that and like, people aren't going to silence you as much as they used to. I guess my point to this is like, I think dudes are aware of the fact that they don't get to be weird and creepy and gross or have their own methods of trying to get the attention of women anymore and not have some repercussions for it. But they don't really know how to challenge that and like channel that energy into a non-version of themselves that like gets made fun of while still actually being the person that they want to be.
I mean, I don't know if I fully agree on all of that.
By the
But
way, I'm not saying I agree with it either.
No, totally. No, it's
I'm
good.
just
It's good
observing
thought.
that.
Good thought. I think that the complex that so many guys have with the need to be like dominant and to be like the leader of the pack and to look cool and to be strong and to have no emotions and stuff like that. I feel like this is finally the first generation that is like going to therapy and talking about their emotions.
But how did they get there?
What?
How did they get there?
I mean, I think it's like what you're saying is like there's just more information, and I think it's being normalized, right? So it's like with even just using like social media as like a like localized example, right? It's like if you see a guy who looks like you and plays sports and is techie and super smart and like good looking and has a good family and stuff, but they still like have depression, right? And so like when one person sees that and is like, oh, they look like they have it all together, but they don't actually. And it comes down to a chemical imbalance. And it's not just because I'm soft, I'm a pussy, you know what I mean? I'm a bitch. Then I feel like it's one step in the right direction for even just like one person. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like it's the exposure and the normalization of all of that. I mean, we've talked about this so many times with different mental health stuff, but I think with people being able to share experiences and people becoming more comfortable with that, I think men are starting to learn that I just feel like there's almost like this commitment equals like weakness or something. You know what I mean?
Oh God, what did you just say? I was trying to repeat.
No, you know what it is? It's not that commitment equals weakness. It's that men having power and control over a slew of different women that they want to like sleep with or whatever equals like power and dominance and getting props from all the bros and being like the man. You know what I mean? And I think it's also the problem with like sharing all of everyone's experiences on like the flip side of it's great we can share all this mental health stuff and that's so great to give it exposure, but on the flip side there's also people like fucking Andrew Tate, you know what I mean, who are putting light on the wrong types of things.
Yes.
And a lot of people are watching them.
And a lot of people are watching that. So it's information overload and people don't know how to digest it.
Okay, yeah. So that's the thing. I don't think there's the first part is like people talking about it, people normalizing it.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you do with it?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like people don't have the tools, and like it almost comes down to like when you're offered up a lot of information, some that's like, I don't know, some that's going to be right, some that's going to be wrong, some that's going to be demoralizing, some that's going to be like empowering. You know what I mean? It's like almost based on like a combination of nature versus nurture of like who you are as a person on how to take that information and act on it,
well,
which is really fucking scary.
You bring up Andrew Tate, and that's like the perfect example to me. But also like, I'm not in favor of not letting what Andrew Tate says, like not get out there. Because when I hear Andrew Tate, it's like the perfect example of what I don't want to be.
Totally.
And I like to be able to, me, Jeremy Lewis, say in a medium that's never going to die, this clip will never be able to be scrubbed from the earth. Whatever Andrew Tate says, I'm glad it's out there because I want to do the opposite.
Right.
Right? And I can't do that if he doesn't say what he says and it is available. And so there are some people going to be drawn to it, of course. But my point of like, I almost think alpha male needs to see that and go, well, maybe I agree with 6% of it, but fuck the other 94 I don't want to be close to. And I'd much rather have that exist than like pretend like that guy is, and his opinions don't actually exist in the world.
Totally. I think it's just dangerous when you see people are so influential. And I think that's like another struggle of there being so much information and having information overload is that when you don't know what to do with it, you look to what other people are doing with it, right?
That's the thing. It all comes down to like, that's my point of being peak stupid. We've never had so much information
Yeah.
and known so little with what to do with it,
Right.
right? Like right now we know that the mucous membrane protects your butthole.
Wait, no. I think that was not a fact.
Okay, so
Think
right
that
now,
was
Lauren
not
gave out
fact.
fake news that said that your butthole doesn't get infected with things because of whatever. And now we know that.
But the fact of the matter is that if you rub poop in your cut, it's probably going to get infected.
Whoa.
And if you poop near a cut in your butt,
Let's just cut to Andrew Tate. It's less
not
abrasive.
infected.
Jesus. No, I think dudes haven't seen
Yeah.
enough role models of dudes who are like, 90s were pretty fucked up, right? Yep, definitely. hi, I'm alpha male A. I fuck, but not in the worlds where I'm going to hurt people while I do it. And that's okay, right? They just haven't had enough examples of, like, to your point, have all the information out there. It is available and know what to do with it in a way that's not detrimental to everybody else around them.
I kind of just feel like we should just abolish the alpha male status.
Huh?
Like, I don't know. I just feel
Walk
like
me through that.
I just feel like
Sure. Listen, real ones at the end of the pod, go through it. What do you mean?
I just feel like having this status that people
What is alpha male to you?
what? Alpha male to me, I guess, feels like there's something demeaning within it. And that's probably because there are
So
lots of
alpha males
different...
need to demean those around them.
Yeah. And I think because I've met lots of different people who, would deem themselves an alpha male, right? Is that, I feel like on the positive side, you think like confident, you think powerful.
Well, confident
you think,
con man.
what?
Con man, confident.
Controlling.
So con man,
Right.
like the biggest con mans are confidence men.
Right.
That's
okay.
what that's the whole
Where it came
point.
from.
Right. So do you think con men and alpha males are the same?
Do I think that con men and alpha males are the same? No, but I think there's overlap.
Agreed.
I think there's overlap. I feel like a lot of guys have alpha male at the top of like the pyramid of the people that they want to be, the people they look up to. And I just think that what alpha male can represent a lot of the times can be like demeaning, especially towards women. Not always, but sometimes. I think there are like Andrew Tate would label himself, he'd fucking get tattooed on him, alpha male. You know what I mean? And so I think the associations are like getting a little weird. And so I think when guys put alpha male at the top of the pyramid of like the aspirational being of what they might want to be, like I just feel like it's a weird thing that just shouldn't go so up.
Might I suggest an alternative? I don't believe that aspiring to be an alpha male is the problem. I believe that aspiring to be an alpha male, that is a definition that to be an alpha male, one must put down every other male. To be an alpha male is the problem. Case in point, if an alpha male meant you do not need to ruin the life of men and women or any gender to become the best version of yourself who is succeeding in being a leader in whatever the fuck you do, that would be a phenomenal definition that every person should want to be closer to, right? But right now, an alpha male, I think, has seeped and permeated over into a very negative form
Right.
that is detrimental to other people in order for that person to feel like the most version of themselves.
Right, exactly, like the grr.
So my suggestion would not be to abolish the alpha male. My suggestion would be to redefine the conversation around what
A
it takes to
rebrand.
be an alpha male.
A rebrand. Everyone loves a rebrand.
Deb, what do you think?
I'm with it. I blacked out for a second. I just found out I didn't win the Powerball.
No! $1 billion.
Fuck alpha male conversations. If you had won $1 billion, besides cutting this off $1 million each, what would you have done with it?
Oh my God, yeah, what would you do with $1 billion?
Pay off my debt, my student debt.
Student.
Number one, buy my mom a home in Hawaii.
Are you getting 10K from Biden though?
Ooh.
I think so.
Do you have
Yeah, I
public
think-
loans?
Whatever the worst kind of loans are.
Those are private. You get them private.
I got whatever is really bad where you don't get breaks from the government.
Oh, it's public. Public.
Okay, then.
Oh,
public.
great.
Yeah.
I'm getting a break.
Yes.
Yeah, and you fill that paperwork out. You call me. We'll get it together.
Thank you.
figure it
Okay,
out.
so you're going to pay off the student loans. You're going to buy
Buy
dolls.
mom a house in Hawaii.
Why Hawaii?
Which island?
Everyone. A one on each island. And a boat so she can just go back and forth between each of them.
Oh my
Okay, so there's half the billion.
God.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then probably a house in the hills
Ooh.
or like Calabasas.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, nope, Malibu.
He went from new money to old money like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, seriously.
I have one more addition, a house in France because I want to be overseas as well. I have a lot of property over there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
France.
Diversify.
Those in different areas.
Diversify.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have kids, so I'm keeping it all
Would you
Yeah.
adopt?
to me. Yep, nope, not trying to have kids.
Yeah. David's like, I just fucking said I wouldn't have kids.
Honestly, you guys have gotten me the closest to even considering wanting to have dogs.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
What about tattoos?
I was always very against.
Well, we're sold on that.
I mean,
that
next
was
week,
easy.
if you see me with one, don't
Devin,
be
if you
surprised.
didn't look so hot without tattoos or with tattoos.
I was gonna say, damn, that was like,
Yeah,
that was
let's
a-
try
yeah,
that again.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't look hot with tattoos, they just look so natural.
They look so natural.
Guys, stop.
It's okay if you come
I'm
back
getting
next week
some-
without tattoos, though.
I
How much do
I
tattoos
get
cost?
WT9.
I'll pay for it. How much, yeah, what's the average tattoo cost?
I mean, it depends. It depends who you go to. It depends how much experience. If they're an
Just go ahead
apprentice,
and ask the question. Yeah,
I don't know how big. Give me
that one, that rose.
So an apprentice would probably do that for 150, 200.
We'll make sure to post a picture on the screen.
Yeah, an apprentice would probably do that for 150, 200.
What about somebody good?
Someone good could probably charge like 300 to 800.
That seems like a lot, no?
Devin?
They're shading
Well,
on
I guess
it, right?
it's like
Devin, look at
it's
me right now.
permanent.
Look at me right now.
What? You buying me a WT9 tattoo?
You want us to buy you one of those for Christmas? Because I'll say right now.
a tattoo? Oh my god!
We'll buy.
My mom's gonna call you. My mom's gonna hunt you down and literally beat the
Oh
shit
my
out
God,
of you.
everyone's getting tattoo gift certificates for
Listen,
Christmas
as
this
your
year. That's a
employer,
great idea.
I want to
I'll
as your
buy you
employer.
an hour with my
As
girl.
your employer, I'm telling you right
I'm
now,
down.
you are still hired after the tattoos. I think it looks
Wow.
great. If you want a tattoo for Christmas, it's yours.
Oh my god. Okay, let me sit on it. I need to find something
And by
that's
tattoo for
perfect.
Christmas, I mean, if you want a tattoo for Hanukkah, it's yours.
True. We got the Jewish in me.
Mazel.
He's like tattoo every single day.
4.3% Ashkenazi. You can't take it away from me. I don't care what you say.
It's literally 1.2.
4.3.
Kanye may take it away from you, but
Yeah, Kanye might.
Fuck Kanye. Anyway, so I'm sorry, not a billionaire. So you'll be back with us next week.
yes,
Yeah.
yep. I'll still
Fuck.
be here.
Well-
we have a fucking full fucking. I'm so.
I feel
nervous
like you've
for next
met your
week.
match.
So I don't
You've
even
met
wanna-
your match.
So all right, I'll say it. Whatever. Fuck. We're at the end. So everyone is here is still the real ones. So I've become obsessed in the last week with a new podcast. It's not a new podcast, and what's funny about it is that the podcast is literally under the same network as us. Like they couldn't be more familiar in every way. This is a podcast we probably could have gone on from week 3.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't fucking pay attention or listen. Or it's probably an email somewhere in our inbox. It was like, hey, would you want to? We're like, no, we're not. We're fine.
I actually want to clarify that you told me.
Go ahead.
You told me. I pitched the podcast collab to you.
So one of my new
Jeremy
favorite podcasts is Dropouts.
brushed it off the shoulder.
So these fuckers are funny. I don't know if anyone's watched Dropouts, the podcast, but it's with Zach Justice, Indiana M something, and
Jared Bailey, my boy,
really?
editor of Unfiltered.
So these guys are fucking funny. And I
know.
honestly listen to Zach and I go, that's what my inner monologue is always saying if I didn't mind getting fired from my real job.
Right.
And listen, I will not be taking that at all for that podcast because my God, I'm gonna have to be on my game. He's actually funny.
He's actually funny.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
The fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna look hot and just be there?
And he's gonna outshine both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna be great.
I'm excited. And like Indiana won't be there.
I know. She's heading back to Australia for a couple months. And so we're gonna circle back and do another round of collabs when she gets back.
So I hope you all don't fucking hate it because you got 14 more podcasts
Yeah.
with them coming up. Yeah, we have like a collab city this week.
yeah. We are
And comment below with who you'd like us to have on the podcast. And this time, don't fucking say people that are way like too cool for us.
oh my God, yeah, the amount of times we're like, get Emma Chamberlain. And I'm like, bitch, in what world?
I really don't think that one's still on. You should be able to figure that
She's
out.
just like so cool though, you know what I mean?
They'd be like,
That would be awesome.
all right, you get Emma Chamberlain, I'll get Lex Friedman. It'll be great.
Okay.
We'll have a 9-hour session on
I was
AI.
gonna say, Jesus Christ. I was like, maybe you and Lex can just hang for that one.
I would literally love nothing more.
I know.
If I could hang out with Lex Friedman and then immediately after with the Stiff Socks guys, that'd be great.
That's a nice combination, I think, of you.
And then Andrew Schultz.
What about Young Gravy?
Then Tom Segura. He doesn't have a podcast.
Young Gravy should have a podcast, actually.
He should.
He should have a podcast.
Called Tall Boy Problems.
He's like enough of an
I could be a
internet
co-host
kid now.
if you're in need of a co-host. All right, this podcast is going off the rails. I hope everyone's butthole, probiotic use.
You know what? If you've learned anything from this episode, because there were so many educational facts here, get pet insurance and take your probiotic.
alpha males, and regenerative fucking limbs. Good night, Latvia. We'll see you next week.
Benign and fine.